we'll get started. Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa Brearley, and welcome to the 24th episode of Soulmates and Suitcases. This is my husband, Scott Brearley. We co-host Soulmates and Suitcases and have been doing now for our 24th episode. We have an amazing guest here today. Today's guest is Nina Maglic. I want to get it at least close to right. Nina is an energy healer, an intuitive marketing architect, and author, which we can see her book right beside her there, and founder of Healing Millions. After nearly 2 decades in the corporate marketing, Nina's own healing journey led her to her soul's work, helping spiritual entrepreneurs build aligned, profitable businesses. She is the author, of course, of Healing Millions, which just came out recently. And we are excited to have her share her book. Her book is to guide healers and have them help them grow their business. So, through her blend of energy work and business strategy, amazing experiences you've had, Nina is creating a global ripple effect of healing, leadership, and purpose. So we are excited to have you on today, Nina.
Lisa, thank you so much for having me on this beautiful show. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And everybody who is watching and listening, thank you so much for being here. And of course, I just want to say thank you, Scott, for being here today with us. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Our pleasure.
Beautiful, thank you. And we like to share with our audience that we are unpacking love, life, and everything in between. And I think that word love is a big thing that we are excited to bring forth to our audience as well. Now let's get right into our amazing conversation. Now, we all have often have these quote unquote past lives, and your past life was in the corporate world, the big corporate world. And you are now combining your corporate success and now your soul journey is all coming together and weaving together. Can you kind of take us back to the moment, Nina, where you kind of knew, I know what I want to do and where I want to go?
Yeah, thank you so much for that beautiful question. Uh, as you mentioned, I have been in marketing for more than 2 decades now, and I have been working in marketing for Fortune 500 companies and small businesses in Austria, across Europe. And it was everything fine until I became extremely sick. And I spent 18 months going to the doctors, trying to find solution for my pain. And there was a time when they told me it's going to take us years to find the root cause of your problem. And I was defeated. I had enormous cramps. I had painful cramps. I couldn't move, and I said to myself, like, I cannot live like this. One more day, I will figure it out. It must be a solution. Maybe I don't know what the solution is, but I will find it out. So in that very desperate state, I reached out to an energy healer in LA, and she healed me. And I became pain-free in just 2 sessions, and that changed my whole life. I started learning about energy healing really just to help myself. But in those courses, of course, you need to practice. And when I started practicing with different colleagues, and all of a sudden they started referring me friends and family members, and all of a sudden I was an energy healer. I was booked weeks in advance without even realizing that this was a business. And yeah, and while I was building my healing business, started helping other healers build their business too. And this is how everything actually developed. It was not planned. I think the universe had different plans for me than I had for myself. And this is how everything started, really just like trying to help myself, then trying to help others, then trying to help healers help more people. And this is how everything came to life.
Beautiful. And I think one of the awarenesses I've had over the last few years, and you speak of this, is when you begin to look at yourself and heal yourself and take care of yourself, the great things start to happen and that ripple effect.
Definitely, definitely. Sometimes, you cannot even believe this is your life now. If you compare it to where it was 5 years ago, like, oh my God, this is me. This is really me. You still cannot believe it. But like you said, the awesome things happen when you allow yourself to experience it, and when you look what is out of alignment inside of you and change that, and be willing and have a courage to face that and really heal parts of you.
Exactly. I know Scott's stepped out of maybe the norm in regards to doing things for yourself and recently got stem cells. And now because he is doing that, like the wow stuff that has happened, it's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
So,
too
oh, go
uh,
ahead, Scott.
stepped out of the normal work world and challenged myself 4 years ago, and I've been really successful at it too. And the other thing I found also, when this starts to get in line with your purpose, your whole body starts to shed. Like I went from when I worked for the Teamsters, I was 230 pounds. I'm down to 180, 85 to 90 now. And that's not even without, that's just with exercise and proper diet and taking care of yourself. And it's kind of neat how once this connects with your body, how it gets in line. And that's kind of what you're talking about. And I like it.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens. Your body knows that if you're living something that you don't really, that is not your sole purpose and that is not fulfilling for you, oh my God, your body knows that immediately. And,
Yeah, and you mentioned about, someone, you reached out to someone, and I think that's an important shift for many people. Um, Me too. It's realizing you're not able to do it all yourself, and it's okay to ask for help and to get that request and that support from other people. And um, I think what you're saying, Nina, is really inspiring in regards to putting into yourself so then you can help others. Because that is one thing I learned as well is when your cup overflows, it's the overflow that allows you to help others.
yeah, so true,
Well,
so true.
it's not only that, like Nina, she went and she didn't take the doctor's opinion on we can't do anything with this.
Yeah.
She invested in herself. And that's what
Yeah.
we've done is an invested in, and it's logical. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, who's going to invest in you?
Mm.
Like nobody's going to invest in a person that doesn't do anything. They're just going to use them and keep the flow going for whatever they need them for.
Yeah, invest in yourself. Now, all of us are authors here on the podcast, and I'm super excited to talk about your book that's right beside you. And I from that front cover, it's like, ooh, this is a big thing. Can you tell us about your book and kind of what keeps you grounded with this big mission of yours of healing millions?
Yeah, my book is, as every author will say, labor of love, and to really give back something to community and the world. My mission is really to heal millions, but I cannot do this alone. And that's, let's be honest, healing millions is a bigger mission, but we can only do it together. And this book is just the beginning of the movement. And my biggest mission is really to empower healers so they can reach more people, help more people, so we can bring peace and healing to the world. And I'm truly passionate about that because if you know my story, I grew up in a war, and I realized that there will be no peace until we heal parts of us and we find peace within ourselves. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this mission, because I truly believe the world needs more love, more healing, more peace. And that's the book about, is really my give back to community, and also saying thank you to all amazing healers I met throughout my life, because without them I would not be here. And I'm sharing exactly what I did to build my healing business, and I also share what I did to build my previous business I had with my husband. Like, that business still exists, and I share everything and how to do the work you love and get paid to do it and enjoy it, and you do it on your own terms, not on somebody else's terms. And this is what I see over and over again. A lot of people try to build businesses, and one day they wake up and say, I don't like this anymore, because they never ask themselves what they want. Somebody else told them what they want. They start building business according to someone else's beliefs and someone else's like truth, but they never ask themselves what they really want. And that's why I use this book to really inspire people to really go from different stages to really help yourself so you can help others.
Mm.
So you talk about helping healers. Can you narrow that down a little bit or broaden it more of what kind of healers you are? Are you just talking energy healers, or are you talking coaches and mentors and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I will tell you what the feedback I got from the book, because people who read the book, they said like this book can be implemented in any business,
Mm.
in 80% of businesses out there. But my mission is really to empower energy healers, intuitive healers, light workers, shamans, people who do good for this world,
Okay.
Mm.
and also coaches, of course.
And your book is also beneficial to individuals as well,
Yes.
or not knowing what their passion or purpose is in life.
Yeah, definitely. But the first part of the book is all about mindset and helping you overcome your own fears of being successful, fear of failure,
Mm.
fear of being seen, fear of being judged. Because, a lot of people switch their career, they start doing this as a completely new thing in their life. And there's a lot of things happening there, like often self-sabotage ourselves. And that's why I dedicate the first the part of the book really to help you overcome your own limiting beliefs, your own fears, your own doubts, so you can do the work you love. And then you get the strategy. I always talk about there are three things that are so important: mindset, strategy, and community. Because if you're trying to build a business in the wrong environment, the environment is going to kill your business. And if you're trying to build a business in a beautiful environment where they support you, where they cheer you on, and of course you're going to succeed.
Mm. Yeah, exactly. And you talked about just before that about peace. Peace, peace is, I think, a constant journey of looking at, finding, exploring. And was there a time where this dream of healing and helping spiritual workers and bringing the goodness, I guess, to the world seemed like a big doubt in your mind, where it was too huge?
Actually, no, and I will explain why. When you start getting into frequency and how frequency really works in the world, is basically when you change the frequency of your own body, you change the frequency of 750,000 people around you. That's scientifically proven. So if you think healing millions sounds like a big mission, but it's not. If you heal yourself and help others heal themselves, you're already helping millions.
Mm.
Every single one of us is helping millions. And that's the thing, like just work on yourself and heal yourself and help others heal. And that's it. We are all doing this already.
Mm. I love that. That's great. Can you say that again? When you heal yourself?
Yeah, you raise the frequency of 750,000 people around you. That's scientifically proven. And, I know some people are going to say, but, now we have a very tough time. How can I focus on myself? Isn't that selfish? And I will say, no, it's not selfish, because when you help yourself, when you feel bad, you energetically, because we are all connected energetically,
Yeah.
you are helping others energetically as well, because we are just oneness. And when one person's rise, another person rises too. It's just beautiful ripple effect in society.
I
Well,
love
I
it.
heard a term years ago when we were talking about this exact same topic, and the person said it's self first. It's not selfish, it's self first. Because if I don't fill my cup, I have nothing to give you.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And I noticed that very early, like especially if you're a coach, healer, whatever that is, you start this because you really want to help people. You experience some changes in your life. You see, oh my God, this is amazing. Let me share this with the world. And all of a sudden you realize you want to help everybody. You want to help all, like every single person on this planet, but you really cannot do it if you don't feel well. If you have hard time waking up in the morning, if you have hard time like even walking, you first need to help yourself so you can be able to help others and also lead by the example.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, that's definitely one important point I kind of coined in my second book is when I take care of this, I can show up so I can help others. That's huge, really huge. And so tell us a little bit more about your business and what that
Yeah,
looks like. Hmm.
thank you so much for asking.
Yeah.
My business is called Healing Millions, and I help healers build profitable, predictable, scalable healing businesses using my illuminated experience method, where I teach people that everything what we do needs to be client-centric. In order to help somebody, we need to understand them at a very deep level. We need to understand their pains, their struggles, what they really want, and create offers that support clients in that process and help clients heal. And I always say, like, healing is a process. We can help people become pain-free very fast. But if we really want to help somebody change their lives, we need to help them change their habits.
Mm.
Because you know, when people go through healing process, there are so many things happening. Usually they reach out to us because they tried everything and nothing really worked. And the reason why nothing really worked because they didn't have the right support system. They didn't have somebody to help them. And, when people heal, there's a lot of things happening also with the family, friends, co-workers. There's a huge thing happening in their life. And on top of that, all the emotions that we try to bury somewhere are coming up. And we have never learned how to deal with that. They don't teach this in the school. And what you don't know, simply don't know. You try to journal, you try to meditate, you try to do whatever that is, and all of a sudden all emotions are coming up and you have no clue what to do with that. And you need how to help yourself. So you need to find way that helps your clients the best. Have a method that proven method that helps your clients, and then also to have to design beautiful support system to help people create sustainable habits. When they start working with us, they still have a beautiful life and they still have these habits to continue growing and learning and having better life. That's the first part, really creating these offers and really find a way to sell that feels good to you. And this is what I noticed, like there are so many ways to sell and people always choose the hardest way to sell that is not aligned with who they are, what they love and what they like enjoy doing. So they make their life so complicated. So find a way that works for you. And selling is not bad, it's not evil. It's just helping your clients solving the biggest problems they're praying and hoping to get solved. And that's it. You have solution, they are looking for solution. It's just a beautiful match in the universe. And marketing is bad, it's not evil, it's just like your tool to tell people what you do and how you can help them. And this is what we help healers with their businesses to really create a business that makes their soul smile and provides income for their family and helps humanity. We also have a memberships, one done for you services, also group programs, whatever works for for that person. We also have free resources on YouTube, so people who don't have resources, they still can get results, and we create videos to help them as well.
Awesome. Amazing service that you provide. And two things that came up for me as you were describing how you support your clients. I envision you as the teacher and you have your students there because I'm a teacher and this is my connection to you. And for me, often I teach young children around kindergarten, grade one, and around January, February, March, the little light bulb moments come on in the school year. And that's the feeling I get that you may experience something similar when you're working with people and just they have that moment of clarity. Do you see that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I see that very often. There's a beauty of this work. When you help one person change their lives, you are really helping the whole family, and
Yeah.
there's ripple effect in society about that. I will just tell you like a story about one mom. She's a true inspiration. She's a mom of three kids. And she's a single mom. She had to leave kids with the grandparents to go to another country to work to provide for the kids, for the family. And I met her during the vacation, and I found out that she's a tarot reader. So, oh my God, that's awesome. Can I have a reading? I was like, yeah. She was really, really talented. And when I asked her, like, why don't you do this as a business? She said, I have no business skills. I don't know how to do it. And I said, okay, let me help you. And for the first time, she built her business, dream business. But that's really the side effect of that. But what really matters is for the first time after 4 years, kids have a mother. She is able to stay at home and provide for her kids. And that's the transformation that is amazing. And that's the reason why we do this work, really to help amazing humans do the work they love.
Yeah.
I like how you were talking about habits.
Mhm.
Because habits in the beginning, new habits are often messy. You don't, no direction, no, you're off in the dark and you don't even know what you're doing. And it's funny, recently, Lisa and I were on this little bit of a crazy diet. And it's like, you want me to eat quinoa? You want me to eat millet? And however, though, if you cook it right, it actually tastes fantastic and it creates a new habit. And it's just about being messy at first and being okay with it being messy.
Yeah. I agree with that. You know, for the first thing what you're going to do in any process is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be the biggest teacher ever. It's going to help you see the potential that there is possibility for you to change something and that better life is possible. Or in your case, that better diet can still be delicious.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing you mentioned was that big S word, and I say that for me, sell, sell. Um, I don't come from the world of sales, although many people may see that me being a teacher, I'm selling something, if you however you want to look at it, or teaching something. And I know many people, this selling is a skill and it is something to learn how to share, how to enroll people and invite people into your world, into what you offer. And it is about getting out there and finding your, like what you do in your business, finding what is the passion that goes along with that. And it comes that much easier. I know for me, it's creating and being creative. So I love to connect the two, the sales and the creativity. So thank you for mentioning that because I know a lot of people go, oh, sales.
Yeah, selling is really just helping. If you have really good solution and people have a pain and they are actively looking for solution to that pain, oh my God, you need to share your skills with the world. That's why you have these skills. That's why the God, the universe gave you these amazing skills to share them with the world and help them. And when you just share the solution that you have, it's just a beautiful match in the universe. It's really, you don't have to push hard. You don't have to be salesy. You just need to have a conversation. Say, hey, this is what I do. And, that's it. The thing is, it really starts with the offer. How good is your offer?
Mm,
Focus on that. A lot of people don't feel comfortable selling because they don't believe they can get somebody results. But if you design your offer that really focuses on delivering results for your clients and the best experience and best support for them to heal, then you feel proud to share that
mm,
because you know it's going to help them change their life.
yeah. Yeah. And to show up authentically and share yourself that way, I think is very
Yes.
important. Now, the ripple effect is very big for you, Nina, and healing millions is important. So, how can people connect with you, and where can they reach out to maybe move forward in their life or get over that rough patch that they feel maybe they're having?
Yeah, they can connect with me on my website, ninamaglic.com. That's the best way to connect. And also my YouTube channel. Healingmillions.com is also available for them for resources. Um, yeah, I also have a podcast, Healing Millions as well, and my own YouTube channel. You can connect with me there, and I'm happy to help you and support you.
I love it. We're excited that you've stretched yourself, and because that's something we definitely do all the time. And we're excited to be on your podcast as well one of these days, very shortly, and share our word and bring more light to the world.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you on my podcast and share your story with my audience.
Thank you, Nina. Appreciate that very much. And if you would like to also, our audience would like to see a little more, hear a little more, visit Scott and I, connect with us at forwardwalkingchoices.com. And please, everyone, connect with Nina Maglic. I'm going to get it. Um, and support her big mission of healing millions. Thank you, Nina, for being with us
Yeah,
today.
Thank
great.
you so much
Oh,
for
yeah.
having me.
All right, appreciate it. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Nina. Thanks.